What is up, y'all? Double T here, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking this one out. As you can see, finally played through and finished God of War 2018. Phenomenal game. I have some notes here. I'll go into specifics of what I kind of liked. Not much I didn't like about this game, to be honest. It was a great experience overall. But yes, I played God of War 2018. Hopefully you can kind of see that there. Most of you guys have probably already played through this if you're watching this video now. I mean, it's 6 years later. And I did play this on the PS5, not the PS4. So the graphics were pretty dang good, honestly. I was impressed by the graphics. Also, this is only like the second game I've played through on my PS4. Or PS5, excuse me. But this game was a lot better than I expected, and take into consideration, this is me coming in as a brand new God of War fan. I've never played any of the other God of War. I played like a little bit here and there, but I've never like fully beaten any of the other God of Wars. And I know this probably isn't like the best one I should start with, but this game can be played standalone. It's kind of like a soft launch of God of War after God of War 3. So it's kind of like the new God of Wars, like God of War 2018, then there's Ragnarok, the brand new one, which I do plan on playing at some point. But phenomenal game, man. Let me know if you guys have played through this game and what you guys thought of it. To me, to start off, the story was amazing. You don't have to play very long and you immediately kind of get sucked into it. You get like entranced with the story and you want to see how the characters fully develop or further develop. And just what happens throughout the story. It's an amazing story, and this game is more of not like, oh, let me just get through these levels type of game. It's more of like a journey. You're going through, there's a strong story to this game. It's not just the combat and fighting, which is also amazing, but it's actually truly a journey, which I enjoyed a lot. I don't even know what I could say it reminds me of. I mean, it reminds me of kind of like an RPG style game that's like, I don't even know. I mean, recently I've played like Mass Effect and Doom. Could kind of be like a cross between those, but even then it's not really a great comparison. Just solid overall. Again, if you've not played, highly recommend. The way you can level up your skills and weapons in this game is really cool. So you have, your axe, and then as you play through the story, you get your dual-wield blades, which is awesome. And then for each weapon you get, you can also unlock new skills for that weapon. So like new combos and things like that you can use. You can increase the damage by actually upgrading the actual weapon, things like that. Really cool leveling and skill system in this game, I think. It's kind of like you have like a skill tree for each thing. Which I think is really cool. You can put on certain enchantments as well, which is like going into a whole other realm of things. This game is like a mixture of a bunch of different genres, in my opinion. That's kind of like the vibe I get from it. But it's really crafted in a beautiful way, in my opinion. So another cool thing about this is you can play along your son. So Kratos, you're playing as Kratos, obviously, and then Kratos' son is also with you the whole time. Well, most of the time. There are parts in it where he's not going to be directly with you, but he's with you a lot of the time, and he's going to help you out in combat. He's going to help you out in the story. Sometimes he'll kind of point you in the direction of where to go, certain times, things like that. But you'll be able to like press square on your controller and it'll shoot arrows at an enemy, because he has a bow the whole time. So you're also able to upgrade that bow and skills for the bow with him, which is really cool. I thought it's kind of like having a second character, which gives it a little bit more of that RPG element along with the story. The combat in this is phenomenal. Something I have to mention is the finishing moves. A lot of times, like you'll be fighting someone once their health bar gets really far down, and you're like ready to give him that finishing blow or that finishing move. There's certain buttons you can press depending if you're on keyboard, mouse, or controller, but for like the PS5 it was R3. You press R3 and then it does the finishing moves. Kratos will like jump on him. Depending on enemy as well, it could be different, a different finishing move, which I thought was really cool. And it'll go into like a cutscene, and it'll be like, it's like watching a movie, and he does a finishing move, and it's just beautiful every single time. So that was a really cool element that I thought was cool, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. A lot of games don't have that. They may have like a small like finishing move, but it's kind of like in the way, almost like Mortal Kombat, if you like the specialty moves in that game, where it's like a full-on like little cutscene, or Injustice. It's similar to that. Obviously not in a platformer type of way, but similar to how it's like a scene. It's like a little movie each time. And cinematically, this game is very impressive. Looks amazing on the PS5. And yeah, I would have to say it's a must-play game if you've never played it. I know I'm late to the ball here. I'm late to the game on this story and franchise in general with God of War. I know I probably should have played this in the past, but it was one of those games where I didn't grow up playing with PS3. I had a PS2. I never played the God of Wars on PS2, and then I went to 360, so I didn't play. Obviously, it's a PlayStation exclusive, so I didn't play on the 360. So, kind of going back to the game now, and I do not regret it at all. I think this is like a 15 to 20 hour game for the main story, and then it can be much longer depending on how much side quests you do and stuff like that. There's a lot of like side little things you can do, exploring you can do. I personally took my time with it. I like to take my time with games. I wasn't trying to speed run through it or anything like that. I could have got through it even faster, probably even shaved off like, a lot of times I don't get super long playing sessions, so I could have shaved off like half a week or a week of me playing this game from the story. But I took some time, like there's certain puzzles you can solve to get certain chests and things like that, like unlocking and discovering new areas. But in order to get to that area, you have to solve a puzzle, but it's not necessarily a part of the original story. It's like a little side quest thing. There's a lot of that in this game, which they're really fun. I highly recommend you do a lot of those as well. It adds a lot of characters to the game, in my opinion. And the puzzling in this game is, I don't even know what to compare it to as well. I mean, Doom has a little bit of puzzling elements and things. It's kind of like that, I guess you could say. Doom Eternal is the other recent game I've played, so that's just what's coming top of mind to me. But if you have not played this, definitely go play it. Whether it's on PS4 or PlayStation 5, either way, go play it. PlayStation 5, you will get the upgraded graphics, which is really cool and nice. But yeah, if I was going to put a number on this game, like 1 out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9.5, which is super solid. Let me know what you guys would give it if you guys have played it. Let me know if you haven't played it and now you're thinking about picking it up because I made this video, things like that. I don't know. This video probably won't even do that well because most of you guys have already played this and people probably won't be wanting to watch this type of video so late, 6 years later. But I just got through it, so I thought I may as well make a quick little review video on it, kind of tell you what I liked about it. Man, I'm trying to even think of things that I would say like negatively about it that wouldn't make me give it a 10. I really liked a lot of it. It's not really that repetitive in my opinion. There's a few bosses that can be annoying, but then again, it kind of goes into if you're upgrading your skills and weapons properly. So some of that's like, if you're absolutely getting dumpstered on by one of the enemies or one of the bosses, then you probably weren't taking enough time and you weren't focusing on leveling up your skills and weapons, so all the blame goes back to you, if that makes sense. So phenomenal game. Go play it. Let me know what you guys think of the game. Let me know if you guys want to see me play other games. I also did have a couple videos ago. I'm looking at my other screen over here that has my YouTube channel popped up, but a couple videos, 3 videos ago, it looks like I posted like a little gameplay clip of me. Like, I like to post these mid-game updates of the current games I'm playing. So when I was about maybe 8 or 10 hours into the game, I posted a video that's like, I'm finally playing God of War 2018. Didn't do very well, but I'm posting this anyway. I really don't care about the views that much. But let me know if there's any other specific games you guys would want me to play. PlayStation 5, 360, Switch, PlayStation 2, don't matter. Any suggestions I would be open to. But yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.